I'm super excited about these times too. So what do you think when people are calling in? They're like, hey, really want to get into this whole drone thing. Talk to me about it. What is kind of the checklist of things where you're like, this is a qualified lead. Let's kind of push them along, or what's kind of like just a checklist of perfect kind of
what I typically will tell a lot of our customers is, hey, that the people that are buying this quickly and using it in their business, they are already in the commercial cleaning space. They're targeting, or they have a pipeline full of buildings between 3 and 15 stories. Like, we're not talking hypotheticals when those guys are on the phone. No, they come in and they say, look, I already know that I can't reach this space with a lift, or this lift is going to cost me X amount of dollars, or I spend X amount of revenue on lifts, high risk insurance, and I don't get as many jobs as I want to get done and I have to turn down business. Like, those guys usually sell us on why they need it when they call in, which makes our job easy, right?
So, right,
But like, the people who buy it quickly are in that space already. Maybe they're familiar with drones, maybe not. They don't have to be familiar with drones to use Lucid Bot's Sherpa drone. Like, our drone is designed with the end user in mind. And when we thought about how we're going to design this product, you would expect with this demographic and psychographic in the cleaning space that they're probably not going to be that familiar with drones and hobby fly or like use them in their business yet. So how do we want to design this? And really think from that standpoint, we have a product that fits so seamlessly and so easy within any cleaning business's current operating system.
Yeah, and I think you nailed a good point here where we did make this drone with the industry in mind. A lot of these guys are, in their 40s, 50s, 60s in this blue collar industry where they're like, Hayden, I'll be honest with you, brother. I am the least tech savvy guy out there. I do not want to touch a drone. Like, it's scary stuff. Like, how easy is it to fly? And I think we've made the drone with all that in mind because we got stuff like frontward facing radar. Never going to smack it into a building with that on. You got the auto land, auto takeoff features. And then overall, like, I know we've seen people fly DJI drones. We've never actually done it ourselves, or at least I haven't.
I got to fly Brian's once or twice.
Yeah, and that thing zips around like a freaking Ferrari, right? Whereas with our drone, we made it with the intent it's a workhorse. It's like a big old Ford pickup truck. The thing's slow. It's methodical with how you do things.
To that point, the biggest part of our role is answering that question. It's no longer like, how does it work? That's the easiest part. How does it work is the easiest question to answer. It's now, how do I sell this service? That's what we are educating and informing our customers on. It's a new tool to be used in your business. It's a service that you can provide and leverage to make a lot of money. It's a revenue generating asset to be used for what it was designed for, carry a hose and a spray buildings.
You're so right. And I feel like another part to that is we talked to thousands of people, and I can't tell you how many times people are like, hey man, back in the 1900s when I was talking about getting a water-fed pole, everyone thought it was crazy. And now I feel like 90% of the people we talk to have a water-fed pole in their bag, and it's helped them extend their reach from 1 to 2 stories to 3 to 6, 7 stories. But the big thing, and I know you can attest to this, and that one guy you're talking to where he uses the water-fed pole, and didn't you say he had to get some sort of surgery because he'd been using it too much?
That same guy, there's a few cool things that I had learned from him. He's one of our customers now, but he actually was one of the first adopters of the water-fed pole in Ohio. And he told me how groundbreaking this water-fed pole was to his business and to his customers. He can now extend his reach, like you said, up to like 70 feet, right? Like, I think they even go up to like 90 now.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah. That sounds crazy to me. So I
can imagine.
He basically was sharing with me one of the reasons that he purchased our drone is because of using water-fed poles for so long. He was in so it was his dad who owned the business, and he passed it down to him. He's in his 30s, and he has already had neck surgery and shoulder surgery.
Couldn't imagine.
No, like that.
Yeah.
There's no.
You said 30s?
Yeah, he's still in his 30s.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine that. Yeah. Well, cool, man. Cool. So yeah. Oh, another thing I really wanted to touch on with our customers and is the Part 107.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you explain to people how easy it is to get? And because I feel like when a lot of people call on, they're like, "Man, I didn't know you need to get this license." Like, that's kind of a pain in the butt, you know?
So yeah, I mean, here at Lucid Bikes, we want to make this as seamless and easy as possible for you, and it really is easy. So there's some information that like there's a lot of information to go through, and there are some layers that we want to educate and inform you on. One of those being the FAA and Part 107.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually include that as part of your package, the study material, if you want to get your drone license while your drone is being built and shipped to you. You can do that within 2 to 3 weeks.
You're so right.
The Part 107 it's a commercial pilot's Part 107 is the commercial pilot drone license that's required by the FAA to operate any drone within your business that you're going to be using to make money.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you need it to operate with the Sherpa.
Mm-hmm.
So customers have a few options. There are some really intuitive online courses, which is what we took, right? Pilot Institute, shout out to Greg.
Yeah, Greg's the guy.
Yeah, Pilot Institute.
Yeah.
I mean, it was 15 hours of study material. So he basically educates you completely on the different aspects that you'll need to know to pass the test, right? It's 15 hours of study material.
Talking about weather, how to operate the drone, mapping, charting, the whole nine.
And for our customers, it's easy. We've been through it. So we took this course, 2 weekends to study, basically, is what I had took personally. And then I went in on a Monday at 3 p.m. and took a 60-question multiple choice test. When I looked at all the testing centers around me, there were multiple options, like just pick the one closest to your house, go take the 60-question test. You're not flying the drone to take a test. You're literally like, it's 60 questions of knowledge-based material, and there's 3 questions per test, right? So your odds are actually like really high. And most of it's straightforward.
Oh, one of the questions I remember, it's like, can you operate an unmanned drone while like under intoxication? Yes, no, maybe. It's like, of course not. You know,
that's honestly going to be your lowest barrier to entry on bringing this on board to your business. Getting your pilot's license, easy,
super easy. I mean, I think I did mine over the course of a weekend, 6 hours one day, 6 hours the next, and then took the test the very next Wednesday. So super, super easy.